This is Today in Toronto, our daily podcast from torontotoday.ca. I'm Scott Sexsmith, and these are some stories making headlines on this Wednesday. Toronto police say they've made the largest cocaine bust in the city's history, seizing 835 kilograms of cocaine with an estimated street value of $83 million. Dubbed Project Castillo, Police Chief Myron Demkew says the drugs were sourced from the Jalisco New Generation cartel in Mexico. Over 90% of workers for the City of Toronto voted in favor of a strike mandate. According to the Canadian Union of Public Employees Local 79, they made that announcement yesterday. The vote potentially sets the stage for some 30,000 workers to walk off the job if negotiations with the city remain stalled. Toronto Today's Catherine Manny has the latest on site today. Toronto speed enforcement cameras have been sabotaged beyond repair 22 times across 20 different locations. In figures released to Toronto Today, city reps say the 22 speed cameras were damaged between January 2020 and November of last year. The city didn't start issuing tickets until July of 2020. 3 of the attacks happened in January of 2020 at a time when they were only issuing warning letters. Our Patrick Kane has the sites mapped out for you in his story on site today. Centennial College says it's suspending new enrollment in nearly 50 of its programs as it deals with a cap on international student enrollment imposed by the federal government. The programs being put on hold are mainly in the college's business studies, hospitality, and tourism, along with engineering and technology departments. It's unclear how many jobs are affected by the program suspensions. The TTC is planning for full weekend subway line closures for more than half of the weekends in 2025 in order to complete a backlog of work in its 2025 subway closures and streetcar diversions forecast. The transit agency says it anticipates 38 full weekend closures of subway lines, which would take place over 28 weekends, as closures on both lines can happen at the same time. That number is up from 25 weekend line closures in 2024. In sports, the Raptors made it 3 in a row with a 109-93 win over Orlando last night. The Raps will go for win number 4 tomorrow night when they travel to Atlanta. And the Leafs are home at Scotiabank Arena tonight to entertain the Columbus Blue Jackets. Toronto weather, a mix of sun and cloud today, high of -11. Cloudy tonight, flurries likely, low -12, and cloudy with flurries tomorrow with a high of -6. That's all for today in Toronto. Follow us on X. Sign up for our daily newsletters and subscribe to Today in Toronto wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Thanks for listening. Have a great Wednesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.